Hello, hello. My name is Wobblerocket, and we are back for another episode of Striving for Light Survival. Today, we are going to push into Eternal Sands Tier 4 using Heleja. Heleja has some pretty cool abilities. She has 2 built-in projectile multiplicators, 50% decreased melee damage, but she has increased projectile speed, range, and damage, and an increase to area of effect and critical hit chance. Her big downfall is she only has 2 max health instead of 3. We're also going to be using the Elder Club. Its real big benefit is the fact that it does include an additional projectile multiplicator. So we're going to be starting off with 3 multiplicators straight out the gate. We're going for the bow, which has a respectable damage, but a very, very fast bullet speed, increased Eternal Sands Tier 4. Here we come. Ideally, we're not going to scale our melee in any fashion in this build. I'd like to go purely ranged, but we'll just have to see what the expanding passive tree gives us this time. All right, we've got some good stuff right off the bat. We're going to go ahead and grab additional projectiles. We actually only got 1 point that time. There's a lot of worms. All right, let's grab scattering projectiles. That's going to help a lot with our clear. And we have just a ton of attack speed bonuses around here, so we're just going to start picking up a bunch of those. Problem with these worms is that they actually block your movement, so it becomes very difficult to get past them. Hopefully we can pick up a projectile damage node sometime soon. The damage on the bow is fairly low, but the additional projectiles and the attack speed will make up for that later in the run. Let's go ahead and grab bursting shot. That'll help with clear as well. This will cause our enemies to explode whenever they take damage. There we go. Now we're starting to get some good kills. Oh, out of the pack there. The traps in Eternal Sands Tier 4 are very large, and they take up a lot of space on the map, so you don't have quite as much room for dodging as you normally would. That's going to be something to keep an eye on as we move forward. All right, so we picked up another projectile. Let's grab some more attack speed. I might end up picking up poison shot, especially since there's another poison shot node down here. That might be a decent route for us to go. Still not seeing any projectile damage at this time, but attack speed is definitely ramping up with all of those attack speed nodes that we're picking up though. Poison might help us out with clearing down some of these packs, since our base damage is fairly low, it'll allow enemies to keep taking damage over time. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up this max health node just because the density in this map is making me a little nervous with only having 2 hearts. This could end up into a very short run. Alright, let's see what we can do. Let's go ahead and grab Poison Shot, and then we do have a Projectile Damage node down here. Let's see if we can reroll Boomerang into anything we can use. I would love it if we could get... Okay, speed and range, that's not too bad. We'll take that, and then we'll hit this extra max health. We'll grab this extra max health, and then this increased projectile damage. Pretty sure that poison damage keys off of primary damage, so it's not really going to do a lot for us at this point, but it will help kind of chew enemies down as we move away from them. That way we can free us up to focus on dodging a little bit more. So let's grab this extra health. There's another additional projectile node that just opened up. Looks like we've got some good things down this way too, with exploding projectile and bursting shot. Hopefully with 4 hearts, that should be all we need to pick up for max health, so we can focus on speed and damage from here on out. That one got me. Alright, let's grab this increased projectile damage. That should hopefully make a big difference. Yeah, that's definitely ramped up not just our base damage, but also our poison damage as well. This corner. There's a lot of light particles down there, but I don't know if I can grab them. There we go. Yeah, got a couple of them at least. Okay, let's grab this additional projectiles node, and that'll put us in a good position to pick up exploding projectile and another bursting shot. since we already have poison damage, it might be worth it to pick up those burning projectile nodes that are on the board. And then if we can get the bleeding node as well, then we can grab a couple of condition node benefits. Okay, let's do this. Go ahead and stick. Yeah, see here we have increased condition damage in a couple of places. This path down this way, we'll grab this additional poison damage and this burning projectiles, and then we'll start grabbing these 2 condition damage nodes as well. There we go. Damage is starting to get pretty respectable now, especially with the extra explosions. I don't think we'll have too much trouble from here on out. I'm gonna see if we can re-roll this projectile range and speed. That's actually going to be really great for poison damage. Especially once we grab those condition damage nodes. Let's go ahead and grab both of those. I'll end up picking up this burning projectiles if I end up needing it, but it does decrease our attack speed, so I may hold off on that for the moment. Right now our poison damage is doing pretty well. Couldn't get those large nodes there. All right, we got a lot of points that turn. Let's grab this increased area of effect. That's going to help us out with spreading our poison. And let's go ahead and grab attack speeds here. Okay, and then we want to start pathing down this way because we've got projectile damage node, additional projectiles, and another bursting shot down here. See if we can re-roll this into anything useful. Got enough poison. There we go. More attack speed's always good. Since we're not getting quite as many additional projectile nodes and multiplicators as I had expected this round, we may end up grabbing one of those projectile angle nodes. Ooh, I'm taking a lot of damage this turn. Come on. Oh, don't get me. Need to grab some parts. Got one at least. That was a little hairy. All right, there's some more increased projectile damage. Great, so we do have another additional projectiles here and another projectile multiplicator, so that's really going to help quite a bit. Maybe we won't need that angle modifier. We're on wave 16 of 20, so things are moving along at a pretty good pace. Hoping I could grab that health. All right, let's grab this projectile multiplicator. Oh wow, and there's another one right there. Don't know if we'll get quite enough points to be able to reach it before we reach the end. Kind of skirting around the edges so that I don't get swarmed. Might have been worth it to pick up one of those additional collection range nodes. You know, I am going to grab this increased shot angle just because I think it will kind of help with our coverage some, and then just before we face the boss we can grab this additional projectile multiplicator. Now we've got really good coverage on our weapon, so that extra multiplicator is just going to increase the density of our shots. And that means no matter which direction we're facing, enemies will pretty much always be taking damage. It'll make it a lot harder for something to approach us without getting hit with our poison and getting hit with our explosions. They're getting me bogged into this corner again. All right, we'll grab that multiplicator. Let's go ahead and grab this increased condition damage. And we've got 1 point left. I wish I'd paid attention. We could have gotten this increased projectile damage here. All right, we've got 1 point left, so let's just go ahead and grab... Yeah, there's nothing else that we can grab that's going to be a direct damage increase. Let's go ahead and just grab another attack speed. Trying to stay as far away from the bleak worm as I can, just because he's very, very large, and like the other worms, he can block your movement. He's almost down. All right, this is gonna be a little hairy right here. I can't move past him. There we go. Got him. That was a little nerve-wracking. That was a pretty hairy run right there. It was... We didn't quite have the damage that I expected that we would have with this build. We did have a lot of projectiles, but the individual damage per shot was fairly low. And unfortunately in this map, with the number of monsters that spawn, particularly the ones that have very high hit points, our damage over time effects didn't quite do what I wanted them to do. Either way, we still managed to finish the run. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Wobblerocket. I'll catch you around.